Hey, 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 welcome to Being a Light on the Angel Channel, our first show 2026. Really stoked to be cranking tonight, man. I've got some good juicy stuff for us. Put your practice shoes on, get ready to move some energy tonight. Yeah, so I hope everybody got through the holidays all good. To be honest with you, I'm glad they're done and over. Honestly, I'm still like get ready for Christmas. Like it's already just going by like cards now. Really kind of nuts. Hey, what's up, Arnie? Always good to see you, man. Thanks for coming. Tom, good to see you, my brother. So the holidays sort of bittersweet for me these days. And a lot of people have issues and stuff. So we're going to do a really like massive, full four band grounding and cleansing tonight. Just get all sparkly, get rid of any of that old residual. Evelyn, welcome, man. Really happy to see you. Happy New Year to you too. Hey, Linda Martin. Hey, boy, welcome. Glad to see you, man. So I did a impromptu special edition on New Year's Eve and did a countdown, and I got all the notifications out so late. I didn't really expect anybody to show up, but boy showed up, and we counted down the New Year's together. Did the first card of the year at 12:01, and that was super fun, man. Thanks for sharing that with me. As always, I want to thank my sponsor, Ernie Mosteller at Fried Okra Entertainment. Super creative, super just all around visual artist, writer, you name it. So anyway, he's been instrumental in helping keep us up to speed. So if you get a chance, go scope out his work, leave him some comments. friedokra.tv. Yeah, and our amazing real estate person here in Sebring, Audrey Asciutto, and the great bed and breakfast she's got right on the circle in Sebring. It's a really wonderful place called Audrey's Place. So check them both out, man. They're here helping us out and keeping the mission going, man. So thank you very much. Yeah, we got a bunch of people here tonight. Hey, Mr. Zen. Hey. Andrea, good to see you. Andrea was on the show a few shows ago, and she's our local practitioner of cranial sacral therapy, and I just got so intrigued, and we've struck up a bunch of good conversations about it. And I'm going to go in on the 14th and have a session and maybe record a little bit and come back and give you guys a report on the show. Super looking forward to that. Yeah, so the sun's going crazy, man. Our the Van Allen belt, the magnetosphere, like charged to the max. It's really crazy. All these strange anomalies going on. And speaking of anomalies, 3i Atlas continues to motor through the solar system. Just such a crazy thing, like the composition of what the tail is. I have just enjoyed. I was not disappointed at all that they weren't aliens, because I didn't really get that at all. Every reach out I did was like, it's just a really super cool space rock. And to be honest with you, I'm satisfied with the fact that a piece of rock from another part of the universe came and motored through our system for the very first time. And for all of our scientific, we know everything kind of modes, we're still trying to figure it out. Sending us all this new data. Super cool. Really, really, really love when that happens. All right. I don't know about where you live, but the flu is just going crazy, man. Like people get it and or keep getting it, and like it's a little intense. So, um, I have a formula for you. I want to share with you, and it's my patented kill juice. Um, Actually, it got me through COVID. Like it got me over COVID like that. It's kind of like a version of quinine water, and it's super effective. So here's the formula. Super easy. Take a whole red grapefruit, 5 limes, big pot, boiling water. Throw the whole fruits in. Peel everything. Actually, the chemicals that you really need to be the active ingredients are in the white pulpy stuff in between the fruit and the peel. And yeah, it's a little bitter, but man, the effects are great. And the chest stuff, like, oh man, it just like knocks it out of there. All right, so boiling water, you boil that for an hour, hour and a half until the pulp is mushy, or the peel. And then pour a little water into a blender, pull that fruit out, rough chop it into quarters, throw it in the blender, and blend that stuff up until it's as blended as you can. And then use some more of the water from the boiling water to dilute it down and get it to a consistency that you can deal with. And man, slug a glass of that in the morning. You'll skate on stuff. Like I always recognize the scene, the feeling when I'm about to get it, and it's like out there. I get this weird feeling in my hair. I'm like, oh man, it's looking for me. And the second I feel that, man, I am at the Publix getting the fruit and making the kill juice. I have a funny story for you though. If you decide to make it, don't do the thing I did. My teacher had told me about this, and I'm like, okay, yeah. And I got right on it, and I like slugged down the big glass. And I had a conversation with him later that afternoon, and I said, yeah, I started drinking the juice. And he goes, yeah, well, that's great. Keep going. Keep drinking it. Well, me and my infinite wisdom decided that meant like keep drinking it. So like I slugged out. I had made almost a gallon, and I slugged it down, just glass after glass after glass. And then I'm like, oh man, I'm like a little acid overload. This is not good. And I talked to him the next day. I said, dude, what happened, man? Like that stuff made me feel really terrible. He goes, well, how much did you drink? And I told him the whole thing. And he went silent for a minute, just kind of sat there. I only meant for you to drink a glass a day. Oh, my bad. It did, however, have no ill effects. As a matter of fact, for a few days, it made my skin all like puffy and like pretty looking and smooth and everything. I'm like, wow, that's too funny. So anyway, kill juice. 1 red grapefruit, 5 limes, boiling water. All right, I got some. January 19th, which is not next week, but the week after that, will be my first show as Being the Light on the Sacred Spiral network. Evelyn, no, don't boil them. Just throw them right in their hole, and keep boiling them until like the outside of the peel gets all soft and mushy. So it's really super. You want to blend up the whole thing, man. Peel and all, right? So anyway, Being the Light will start on Monday, January 19th. and I will be. I think a lot of people are going to be happy about this. We'll be starting at 7:30 instead of 9 o'clock, so it'll be a little earlier in the evening. Maybe a few of you out there can stay awake and make it through the whole show, or make it at all. So anyway, look for us on January 19th, and I'll send out a bunch of different promos for it, and I hope you'll continue on. Show's staying the same. I'm just changing the name. I'm really excited about this. A bunch of you know my friend Carlene Love. She's a really amazing reader, has her own podcast, and we've been friends now for 10 years, 12 years. And over the course of that time, we've done a couple of Zoom workshops, specifically on telekinesis. And they were really, really successful. And we started to do some more, and life happened, and that just never took place. But we've decided that we're going to do a new one. It'll be like the initial deep core dive into like a first breaking the barrier of doing telekinetics, using your energy to make physical changes, affect physical changes in the real world. We're going to start that on February 14th on Valentine's Day. It'll be a 4-week class, once every weekend. Give everybody enough time to practice during the week. Each class will build on each other. And if you take it, we've had really great success in this and with this in the past. Some people actually succeeded on the very first push on it. It was really super exciting. And I'm looking forward to a new wave of that. Carlene sent out a little message this morning, a post this morning. If you happen to see it, leave your name down if you're interested. And I'll be keeping you more updated on that as we get closer to that. But any of you spinners out there, and for all those spinners out there, yeah, I've got a video I'm going to show you, one of my old practice tapes. I thought it'd be really super cool to share next week. Because a couple of you guys have just really pushed it and done really, really well. We're going to move on to the next effect, and that will be doing a materialization where I've got these little bottles, and we'll, in front of the camera, like bring some salt or sugar or something out of the kitchen. I'll find out what that is, and rematerialize it there in the little bottle. So that'll be up next. One thing I want to say while I'm talking about telekinetic stuff, you can make this is not the place to come to look to try to find proof, or be the skeptic that busts a trick in it, because everything that spinning the rod, there's 100 ways you can fake that on video. This isn't intended for someone who wants to be convinced that magic is real, or that they need to do it. This is for someone that has felt that calling inside, knows it's something. Like that was for me, man. It took me forever to find my teacher, man. It was, and then once I found him, actually getting there was crazy. But I just had this calling inside. I just knew that was something that I needed to go after. And if you feel that at all, and that's inside you, then yeah, it's definitely for you. All right. Let's see. Let's go through the comments. Yes, Linda, the 19th. Absolutely. Jason, good to see you, my brother. We need to have a conversation this week, man. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. All right, so let me bring this up. All right, when kind of the first step in my little telekinetic journey to build up some muscles and some control was doing this thing with spinning a rod. Let me see. So I've showed you guys this before, but this is a piece of glass. It's flat on the bottom, curved on the top, and then I've got this thing that's a an old boombox antenna. I used to be able to get these at Radio Shack. I'm not sure where you could purchase them now. I'm sure there's somewhere on Timu that'll sell them to you for 2 cents. Anyway, what's really good about these is they extend. So you and what you do with these, as you'll see in a minute, is you balance that on top of the glass piece, like so, right? And then with your energy, you move it around in circles and make it spin. That's why I call it spinners. It's well, what's up with that? Well, everything spins, man. And when, especially, we're going to be doing some materialization the next few weeks. My methodology for that is like grabbing onto the object you want to move, accelerating the spin of the particles so that it goes out of phase, and then you can bring it into energetic once it's on the astral and you have a grab on it, and then you can bring it air, and then you slow down the spinning. So like there's an infinite number of reasons to build up your muscles on this. And honestly, as I think about it, it's really part of just about everything that I do, like projectively, magically. All right, so let me get this up so I can see. There's no commentary on this. I just used to make these for practice tapes for myself and critique them. So I'll talk about it as it's going on right here. So I'm just getting this set up. I don't know if you can see this right here. Is the first one we're going to do in the bright light right now. And basically, I always started my practices off with just kind of like moving it, say like moving it half a spin or a spin or two, and then stopping it and reversing it so that there was an equal ability to make a flow happen, pushing or pulling. And that was another thing that, like, you'll see here too. There's pushes, and then there's also pulling it as well. And what this teaches you to do is to dial down your energy so that it has a density enough to move something in the real world. And it also teaches you to collimate your energy so that it comes down to like a fine point, like the magnified light with a magnifying glass in the sun. When I first started doing it, I really had no technique at all. So I'm just pushing out energy in big waves that like wound up taking out a bunch of my electronics. Also, strong recommendation until you get your grip together on your accuracy on this. Don't practice inside near any of your electronics or computers. Just point to consider. All right, so let's go with this here. All right, just kind of getting it charged up, getting a little torque up. That's the hardest part usually when you're first starting. Just connecting to different parts of the rod now, doing a little pull, just getting my juice up, getting my focus. There we go. All right. Now there's a good torque and it started. We're going to stop it, pull it back the other way. There you go. Nice. really develops control and your ability to make like an instant change in something as it's happening. All right, so what's going to happen here is I've got 3 stations set up. I'm going to get this one going and moving around. And then I'm going to use just enough juice to keep it going. Once it is going, the balance on that is pretty easy to keep it going. So I'm going to use just a little bit of juice to keep that going. And then we're going to set up the other rods as well, and hopefully get all 3 of them going at the same time. Little bit of a challenge. Yeah, we still got the other one going. Yeah, a little rod down on the bottom. Yeah. And what's cool about this one is the little one and the big one that are spinning right now are going in opposite directions. So it's kind of like there's no way that you could be blowing on that or making that, faking that really. Yeah, so there we go. We got the 2 big ones moving. Part of the practice of this is dividing your attention and your energy. Yeah, there we go. Now all 3 of them are going different directions. I was very happy. That's the first time I did that. Actually, yeah, here, that's enough of that. I actually got up to doing a mass of like 7 of them. I went looking for that today, but I couldn't find it. But I'll keep an eye out for it. I will make some new ones. All right. So spinners, find some inspiration, man, and push it farther than you ever thought you could, man. You already have, right? Like doing what you did, like the first time I made that thing move and I went, wow, dude, you just did something impossible. Even though my skeptic's still there trying to find all the reasons that I didn't actually do it, that it was this or that, or the wind or the air condition, whatever, man. I'd been conditioned for decades of my life that is impossible. And when you break that barrier and you do like, okay, like doing something impossible is now just part of your daily existence, kind of changes things in really profound and cool ways. So keep going. And we'll do a new, the little bottle thing next week and hopefully get you charged up for that, and look for Carlene's stuff coming out. All right. Enough talking. Let's get down to some business, man. All right, we're going to do a massive grounding. And I want you guys to gather some energy first and get really, really bright. And I want you just to concentrate on your solar plexus, the center of your, right above your navel. And just imagine that like a swirling, spinning ball of energy, bright yellow, like a little sun right in the middle of your being. And I want you to reach out to the edges of your body and imagine yourself inside. You're in the center of your body. And I want you to reach out to the edges of your body. And on an inhale, really nice deep inhale, and when you grab onto the energy in your body and pull it into the center, into your core. All right. And give it some like real energy, like really reach out, right? And pull. Okay. We're just going to get really charged up and bright, and we'll use that energy for our grounding. All right, here we go. We're going to take 3 really, really nice deep breaths, just as much as you can. You're going to be drawing bright gold, warm source energy. All right. And I want you to take that in through your nose and just draw that energy into your solar plexus. All right, here we go. We're going to do at least 3. We'll see how it feels after that. Inhale. bright gold. Really stretch it out as much as you can. Out through the mouth. Grab that energy and inhale, pull it. The more you pull, the more you can pull. One more time. Let's do that a few more times. Keep making that thing like a bright sun. Keep it growing. You want all the energy in your body focused in that one place. Yeah. All right, excellent. Now we're going to reverse that. And instead of drawing energy, we're going to push that energy out into your light body and brighten it up. All right. I wanted to feel like, man, you turned on the spotlight in the on the concert stage. All right. So we're going to take a nice deep inhale, and on the exhale, I want you to take that light in your solar plexus and spread it out 360 degrees in all directions and just brighten yourself up. All right. Here we go. Inhale, super deep, and push. There you go. Push. Bright like the sun. Push. All right. So if you can be standing for this, I always prefer that. What we're going to do is we're going to start out in your fourth band, your energy interface, and we're going to do a cleanse on that. And, you know, my favorite visuals, I'm always big about the visual metaphors to help me see. There are two that I've used a lot, and people seem to kind of latch onto them. One is the Coke bottle. Imagine yourself like a big 2-liter bottle of Coke, right? Or water or whatever kind of liquid you want to put in it. And that thing is just, there's a cap on it and it is filled to absolute explosion zone. And imagine on the bottom of it, you'd take a nice little like screwdriver or something, go pop and pop a hole in it, and it starts spewing out with pressure. And we're going to start at the top of your energy field and work down. And as you're thinking about that, working down, just you're pushing out that water with like a fire hose, right? And put some real juice in it, right? Take that energy that's in your solar plexus now and send it out to your hands. Energize your hands and make them magnets for anything that doesn't belong in your light body. All right. So here we go. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. All right. Scrape it down, send it down into the ground. I do them each 3 times. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Put some juice behind it. You're already getting lighter. One more. I ground any negative energy of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. All the way down, right into the earth, the great recycler. All right, we're going to move down to our second band, which is really your biggest band because it's like you're always getting input, and your emotions are always reacting, even if it's just slight. There's always reacting to the input you get all the time. So that's a pretty turbulent sea most of the time. And it's also the brightest thing in your aura. All right. Yeah, here we go. I ground any negative emotional goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground some anger, rage, resentment, disappointment, guilt, 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 deception, there's a green monster out there, jealousy. Oh man, let that go. Jealousy. Yeah, make sure you give this one some good juice. Subconscious rage. I ground any negative emotions of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground apathy, fear, the great chameleon, in all its faces and forms. Fear, the great chameleon, in all its myriad faces and forms. Fear, the great chameleon, in all its faces and forms. I ground any emotional goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. Got any left? Make it go. Deep in the earth. Man, I always feel lighter after that. All right, we're going to move back up to our third band, our mental band. It's where you process information. So rather than like doing the whole body scrape, we'll do that at the very end. Kind of stick around your head, man, and your temples, back of your neck. Right, here we go. I ground any negative mental goo of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative thoughts sent by me. I ground any negative thoughts sent by others. Obsessive thinking. And this one's the killer, man. Circle thinking. Circle thinking. Circle thinking. And last but not least, I ground any negative gossip. Poison. Don't do it. I ground any negative mental goo of any kind, of my own construction or anyone else's, in this frequency or any other. All right, For this one, I want you to start on the top of your head and make sure your hand is nice and juicy. And just scrape down the back of your head, down the back of your neck, and as far down your spine as you can. And we'll take that down to the ground, all right? I ground any negative mental goo of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. All right, scrape it. All the way down. All right. We're going to move now to our earth band, which is the 1.5 to 2-inch little white band. It's like hugs your body. That's the interface between your astral bands and your actual physical body. You know, always think about your aura and your body as one thing. Your aura is your software, the software that runs things, and your body is the hardware that executes those things. All right, so we've got one more band to do, the earth band. Here we go. I ground any negative material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative material blockages relating to my home, my sanctuary, my place of safety. I ground any material blockages relating to my job, my way of sustaining myself. I ground any negative material blockages relating to my money, my cash. All right, really give some oomph to this one. I ground any negative material blockages relating to my health, my physical well-being. Give it some juice. Feel it scraping down your body. I ground any negative material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative material blockages of my own construction or anyone else's in this frequency or any other. I ground any negative material blockages relating to my current plans and my future plans in the works. All right, excellent. Okay, I'm a big proponent of doing this every day. Like I try to start the day with this, and you take a shower. Like some people I've been teaching have been going, "Oh man, there's just too many things to remember to do." And well, you just have to be smart and ergonomic about it and multitask. So think about it. You're in the shower, you're taking a bath. Your water's running over your head and the back of your neck. The perfect time. Just take another couple minutes. Once you get that process down, you can do it really fast. Boom, you're done, man. Okay, and then we're going to do the next step. We're going to do my favorite part of this, and that's the charge up, right? Like you cleaned all this goo off, so now you've got like all this room to add some really excellent juice. The wonderful thing about it is there's an unlimited source of energy everywhere you look. You can go to the sky, the weather, the ocean, the plants, man, the plants. But my absolute favorite place to go is right down at the center of the earth where the core meets the mantle and is spinning and creating this bright, crackly blue electromagnetic energy that is just the most delicious stuff ever. It's really great. It's like it's kind of blue color, which really like syncs with me. And the great thing about it is like anything that's out in the world has been touched by human energy of some kind or other kinds of energy out here. The stuff that's at the core of the earth is raw and pure and untainted by any other outside influences. So, the way I approach this and use whatever mnemonic you want to do, and if you're a big ocean person or you want to be at the top of the mountain, like drawing from this, like whatever that works. Okay. So for this one, I always imagine I have two great big straws down, coming down, extending down from the bottoms of my feet all the way to the center of the earth. And then I take really deep breaths and just imagine like I'm sucking on those straws like it's a really super thick milkshake, right? And you just draw that blue energy right up your legs, up your thighs, into your solar plexus, and just infuse your whole body. And I keep going on that, just keep cranking it up until I get goosebumps. And when I get goosebumps, I know I'm like always good. So everybody has their own tells. Experiment with it, find out when you know, and when you know, you'll know. All right, so close your eyes. Imagine those big straws extending down, and reach down and grab some of that energy and inhale really big and pull it right up into your legs. And just keep going. I've been doing it for so long, I'm already there. But we'll keep going. You feel that tingle down your calves. Yeah, just so good. Just raw, pure, creative potential energy for you to mold into any way you want. Accomplish anything you need to accomplish. It's yours. It's free. It's like, yeah, there's for taking. All right. All right. Anybody looking for our first card of the year? Let me know. Get down in the chat and let me know. In the meantime, I'm going to pull a card for me and Maestro. Me and Maestro. Words of wisdom for my friend Og. Words of wisdom for my friend Og. Words of wisdom for my friend Og. Number 16, the angel of loyalty. I probably don't even need to. Yeah, okay. Your problems are real, and because you cannot directly attack them, you have chosen to internalize that anger and resentment hidden inside yourself. You risk becoming rigid. Narrow-mindedness Yeah, narrow-mindedness is a defense response to the fears and insecurities you have experienced. Anger turned in on itself soon becomes depression, which leads to self-doubt and shame. Until the anger is released and true changes are made, your feelings remain buried. You know, I know you're gonna, yeah. Until the anger is released and true changes are made, your feelings remain buried. Choose to believe that tomorrow holds new promise and hope. Be ready, be patient, and believe that you have won, which you already know. Trust that good news is coming, which you already know. Be patient and believe in the blessings that are coming. Do not rush anything now. Allow your tool to be your faith and your trust in the source's power to turn your situation around. Draw from his energy and support, and you work and you will work through your self-doubts. Yeah, the tarot card for this is Nine of Swords. Yucky. All right. All right, Miss Combs, good to see you. You know the drill. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. Words of wisdom for my friend Inga. All right, number 36. The angel of inner and outer work. Acknowledge when you are lost, when there is one problem after another. Nothing seems to run as it should, and you don't have a clue what to do. When you're unclear, you procrastinate. When you become bored, you can easily be persuaded to go in the wrong direction. You resort to taking risk to relieve the boredom, financial, emotional. You will gamble in search of a thrill. Your most basic qualities of caution, skill, and foresight are in direct opposition. Sometimes a risk can be justified depending on the projected results, but if the risk is the result of an addictive desire for excitement, then troubles can arise from recklessness or doing things at the wrong moment. Be self-motivated, be objective, and take command of your inner and outer world. Organize things in your life. Begin to communicate your inner desires, and the results will be healing, inspirational, and enriching. All righty. Jason, this one's for you. Take 3 really deep breaths for me and concentrate. Words of wisdom for my good friend Jason. Words of wisdom for my good friend Jason. Words of wisdom for my good friend Jason. Number 44, the angel of the karmic warrior. He's a badass. You have let your disappointment grow into true despair. Your dreams have been crushed. Your plans are in ruin at the moment. This is not the time for rash major decisions. A knee jerk reaction will only hurt more. You can't put the milk back in the glass no matter how hard you try. Continue to see the obstacles to love can be overcome. There is still hope. Cry, let your tears fall like rain. What have you learned from this experience? Tomorrow brings a new dawn, another chance to do it better. Your courage blossoms from your broken dreams. It's always darkest before the light blooms. That's so always darkest before the light blooms. Just when you're at the edge of breaking, like there is always hope. This experience is an end, not the end. It's also an opportunity for a new beginning. Focus on happy news that's coming. Make a conscious effort to let go of this disappointment. You've learned well from past experience. Accept the loss and accept the support from others. Look forward to new friendships, new interests, and new occupations. Take time to see what remains important to you, even in the face of sorrow and pain. They're a little intense tonight. All right, this one's for Andrea. All right, Andrea, take 3 really nice deep breaths and close your eyes and imagine we're just looking at each other face to face right in the eye. And if you have a specific question, really beam that to me hard, right? If not, we'll just get general words. Words of wisdom for my friend Andrea. Words of wisdom for my friend Andrea. Words of wisdom for my friend Andrea. Number 40. Number 49, the angel of elevation and grandeur. Things are moving fast in your affairs now. News is on the way. There will be steady growth and all the cosmic help you need. You are coming to the finish line and the fruition of many of your goals. You have stayed the course and reached the end of this part of the journey. Your efforts will now be completed as messages are exchanged, action is taken, and proposals are made and accepted, and mutual settlements will be reached. Any obstacle that you are experiencing can be transformed or resolved now if you communicate directly, for you have found your focus and have the ability to express your energies creatively. Your goals are within your grasp, and new concepts will bring excellent results. Let your enthusiasm attract those who can and will help you. You cherish your freedom of speech and personal expression. Seek to unify all your opposite traits and skills into a harmonious whole. Establish and affirm the vision of perfect harmony. Find your personal genius and inspire, relax, and heal others. So keep doing exactly what you're doing. All right. All right, Linda, this one's for you. Focus. Take a deep breath. Bring it down. Words of wisdom from my friend Linda. Words of wisdom. From my friend Linda. Words of wisdom. For my friend Linda. Number 67, the angel of of transformation to the sublime. Really particularly love this visual. They look so much better on the new cards. You just never know when to say when. You have emotionally overextended yourself. You have a passionate nature and an infectious, infectious lust for life, but it has led a little bit to overindulgence to the point of burnout. You're feeling tired, feeling drained, depleted, and emotionally ripped off. Start taking care of yourself and meet your own needs. You are so done, dissatisfied. You want something completely new, yet you have no idea what. Find the courage now to retreat and heal yourself. Yeah. Take time out for yourself and go swim in the sea of light. Yeah. Discover a purpose that is worthy of your total commitment and dedication. Allow yourself to feel the blahs, rest, and you will renew. New ideas will take root. People look to your strength and hope to anchor to. That is so true. However, some people become so needy they draw your energy in one direction without exchange of energy in the return. Move away from this psychic drain. Care for your own needs. You're welcome, Andrea. All right, Evelyn, some New Year's words of wisdom. Yeah. All right. Well, I'd love some New Year's words of wisdom, please. Been having strange time jumps like parallel universe strangeness lately, but peace. Well, you've made a lot of different connections on the astral you're not even aware of. And a lot of those take place in the middle of the night in your dreams. And you wake up and like, and the truth of the matter is, we're living a lot of realities all at the same place. You're just shifting frequencies and tuning into others. So, anyway, all right. Imagine you're standing face to face. Take 3 nice deep breaths and bring your focus down. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. Words of wisdom for my friend Evelyn. All right, number 56, the angel of fortune and support. You have become passive and submissive and have become reactive instead of proactive. And you find yourself always being moved by the intent and desire of someone else. Yeah, well, there you go. You are adaptable, easygoing with friends and associates, and this makes you vulnerable to the influence of individuals. You have become overly passive to the point of inactivity, waiting and watching. Don't be afraid to do anything. Are you? If you're afraid, you do nothing. Your fear has kept you from jumping into the heat and passion of life, and now the game of life has become forced. You're a disorganized mess, and this is contributing to your difficulty. You may receive discouraging news, but you should keep trying. This is not a time of disappointment, but a time of expansion. So, yeah, those time jumps. Hang on a second. I'm going to pull a couple tarot cards. Words of wisdom about Evelyn's time warps, jumps, multiverse strangeness. Yeah, I think you're getting signals, and I think you have a lot of abilities you haven't even begun to tap yet, and I think you're getting pushed to do that, to become like just seeking out what that actually is, opening up your intuition and practicing and stretching and trying to reach out and your projective abilities. Okay, Two of Wands. That's two people usually coming together for the good of a third person. The magus of the body. It's all about your projective effects and opening and finding your abilities, opening up and getting access to being able to move energy and have it obey your intent. And the last card is the Three of Pentacles, which says you've got some super potential in this. And this card is about like being at the top of your game. Like this is the guy that's like come up with an invention and now everybody wants it, and he's at the top of his game and he's making money hand over fist and he's considered an expert. So like you really have some super potential to be good, man. I hope that maybe you'll try some of the telekinetic stuff with us and continue to do the energy work with us. By the way, I'm really glad you made it to the tribe. It is time for you to get your butt in gear, Evelyn, because you have so much to do. You really do. And the places that you'll find inside yourself, you'll go, damn, I never knew I was capable of that. They'll change the course of your life, like profoundly. And when you really get used to running energy through yourself all the time, I'm 172 years old. Lie. But I'm ancient. And like I'm not on any medications. I keep myself good. I drink my kill juice. I practice every day. So I invite you to like join in it. And if you get interested in it, which I think you will once you start really giving it a shot, let me know. I'm happy to water the plant and make that thing really grow. You get out what you put in, for sure. All right. Let's see. There we go. Good. Evelyn said she accepts the invite. Excellent. All right. Well, it looks like Well, let me see here. Card for the group for the first of the year. Card for the group for the first of the year. Card for the group for the first of the year. There you go. Number 32, the Angel of Clemency. You are the epitome of impatience. You could be going about things all wrong, the wrong way, and need help, both inner and outer advice. Be open and listen carefully. Your own impatience is creating this endless frustration and unfulfilled ambition. There are no shortcuts to true success. Practice, 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 practice. Follow the plan and pay attention to the small details and use your organizational skills. There must be order and trust to make things happen, not resisting or holding back, but flowing naturally like water. Limited ambitions, a narrow point of view, and the ego obsession are lies providing a sense of false security, which is causing you to insist on quick results. You haven't yet mastered your craft, but you tell yourself you have. Embrace your journey and your learning, and don't wash it away with your impatience. Yes, there you go. Well, we'll be back practicing every week and getting better and better and better. We'll do some really crazy telekinetics next week. We'll take a ride down to zero space again, and maybe we'll do a really nifty guided meditation. So we're about at that time. Let's see. Yep, I don't see anybody else. Hit that like and subscribe. If you know somebody that would benefit from some energy work and some real practice time, please share this video and get it out there. Yeah. And as always, if you're looking for the wizard deck, the tarot deck, or the angel deck, both of them are available at wizardofod.com. And I'd love to have you in the family. All right. So without further ado, thank you guys so much for coming, sharing space with me, starting the new year off on a really great level. I appreciate each and every one of you, and invite you wholeheartedly to come share with us next week. You know, I realized I didn't really open our circle this evening, which is bad on me, but I'm going to close it with our little ending prayer anyway. All right. With joy and gratitude, we conclude our gathering and send everyone on their happy way. We thank our angels and guides for being with us, sharing their knowledge and their wisdom and their love of the source. With absolute gratitude for all of it, the good, the bad, and especially the ugly. With infinite, unconditional love to the source, and our wish for bliss to the source, we close our circle. Until next week, be in the light.